When you get a mower that doesn't run, either it's sat over spring or over the winter to the spring, or you get it off the side of the road like I did today, there's three basic systems that will cause a mower not to run. Spark, which is your spark plug; compression, which is pretty much your valve seating and your rings; and carburation. Generally, if something sits over the winter, there's a problem with the carburation, and if your mower stops running, it's while you're, in regular use, used often, it'll generally be your compression, which relates to your rings and valve seats, or your spark. So today I'm going to go through this mower and see if I can't get it running. Generally, more than half of the time, the problem with a mower is in the carburation. It's either gummed up, clogged up from sitting, has varnished gas in it. The carburetors are small, and they have very small ports, and these small ports get clogged. But if you're not sure, a good compression is easy to test for. If you can pull, and there's some engine force that pulls back at you, it's not real easy to pull, then there's a good chance you have good compression still. And your valves and your piston rings are good, so that's not your problem. Your next thing to test for would be spark. Now what you could do is you might use two people. I don't know if you're talented enough to do it by yourself, but you would pull the spark plug out and maybe hold it to some part of the engine head here, the engine block, or something metal that doesn't have paint on it. And you would have someone pull the cord, and when they did that, you should see spark on the spark plug. You should see the spark plug firing, is what I'm trying to say. And if you don't see that, then you have a spark problem. But if you see spark and you have compression, then you have a carburation problem. And half the time a carburation problem is you take the air filter off, clean it, stick it back on, and it'll run. But if the carburetor is gummed up, then you will have to pull it off and clean it out with cleaner. They usually have a little diaphragm in them. You might have to replace the diaphragm, but if you get them all blown out, they'll run. So that's what we're about to do with this one. It seems that the carburetor is the problem. I have spark and compression, so I'll get that taken apart, and we'll see where we're at. Upon closer inspection, I thought I had a carburation problem because I saw fuel burning out of the exhaust, so I figured I had spark. I don't have two people, so I didn't check the spark in that manner, and that is the best way. And now we can see by looking at the spark plug that there's no way that thing's firing. It's real wet with fuel. It's just fouled out. So if you have a fouled out plug, and that's again why you always want to check it, pull the spark plug and check it on a bolt. So I'll just clean that off with a wire brush and then and dry it off, spray it off, and see what we get out of it. It might just run. So here we go. Alright, I cleaned the plug off with carbon choke cleaner, reinserted it, give it a good priming pump here, and now it's smoking out the exhaust. It's kind of interesting. Must have been hot, that carb cleaner. I sprayed a little into the engine to prime it a bit. That stuff's real flammable. So it should work like starting fluid. Let's see if I can put the phone down in some way to get it started. Get back here, maybe. Alright, and there you have it. Puking a little bit of stuff out the exhaust. Not oil, but a little smoky. So, check the oil now that I got it running. And obviously, you know, it's so dirty, it might have a blow-by problem. And a quick tip that to extend the life of your mower, so I'm going to do it because I do it for, you know, I just feel better doing it. So it's smoking pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can all that well, but anyway, it runs. I picked it off the street for free. What I run in all my car engines and everything is a little bit of oil stabilizer. It helps when you have some ring problems. It helps to seal up your pistons a little bit, and you'll run a lot better. So use a quart of that with my car oil changes. And I don't know, I have different measurements for each engine, but I use it in my lawnmowers too. And it seals piston rings right up. So there you have it. Mower runs, and I got it for free.